Alright, we're back for the final round on the draw. I think we're gonna keep that. Any lands give this guy Scanner, which we can use alongside Endurance. If we draw green, we're in great shape. Could be a classic case of keep 2 land, never find a third one. But I think we're willing to take the risk. We have like 15 land out of 33 cards and 3 draw step to find any of them. Granted, Foul Orchard would be slightly clunky. So the odds are pretty good. If we get a little bit stuck though, and they are playing a very aggressive red deck, it's gonna get scary very quick. No turn 3 creature though. It's interesting actually, because Corsair is better at blocking stuff. But this is better at making it more likely we hit our land drop, and mostly the land drop for Archer, which is that. I think I might go for that reason. If you're not missing land drop, you probably just want a better block. You can draw your card later with a scanner. Looks like I've been also having a very clunky draw here, maybe. Yeah. Did they mulligan? I guess I kept a risky hand that was promising, like we did. We drew out of it, and they didn't really draw out of it, maybe. Ooh, blue, so it's blue-red aggro. The trash man. Pretty happy to trade Skeleton for Lord, I think. They wanna. Sure. I'll play Spider here. I could have played Archer first and attack, but then they're way less likely gonna go for the trade, which I don't love. Maybe I should have played Archer here over Spider. Fine. I guess we're just that plus an attack here. Otherwise, I like attacking, see what they do, and then playing Archer. And if they block, well, we. Sure, Lavac's not the best when you're behind. It's interesting actually, because we get as much power by playing these 2 cards, and playing 2 creatures is way more resilient to removal. So I think I like that more than playing the Oracle. And we don't need the card. Like, our hand is full of stuff to do, so we don't necessarily need the card soon. And it's better if they end up having a shock or, you know, any type of removal, basically. Yes, we can kill with Endurance, basically. It's also better against Exclusion Mage, though I guess they would not be very happy to bounce our Oracle, right? I think we're just killing that dude. We could see if they want to go for a double block on Spider, but I don't think they would do that. We're just doing that, stacking. I imagine they trade here. We have no reason not to. You can allow this trade, play a 3/3. So that one's playing blue-red aggro tempo. Probably they're jamming some amount of Drakes. Drake that gets power with instant sorcerers in your yard. I should have played Poison Tea before my attacks. Yeah, definitely should have done that. Now I'm gonna play Rocks Oracle instead, but kind of playing fast on autopilot because we're ahead, which is bad. Which is bad. I should be playing a little bit slower, a little bit more carefully. I think there was several turns I could have played that, and if they don't have a removal, they start taking too much damage to ever come back in the game. So yeah, been playing a little bit fast here. But this is a classic trap of Magic. Or I guess it can be a trap in other games too. Things are working well, you are ahead, so you start playing poorly. They conceded. Here you have to be worried not to go for If they block here, they take a total of 5, so they don't die. And obviously you want to go Endurance here, get it back, draw a card, but the right play is to boost another creature, so you just straight up kill them. I mentioned this because this is a classic case of not seeing the win because you have a very appealing option that seems like so sweet, but something could happen and you just want to kill them when you're tapped out. Okay, blue-red aggro tempo. Might want a large early blocker. I don't like the skeleton archer here. They seem to match up very well against what they're doing. I don't actually love Titanic Growth, even though you can protect your creature from burn spell. I think we'll be playing a lot from behind. By that I mean we'll be trying to come back, casting a creature every turn so we can keep up with their block and not take too much damage. You don't want to take damage when you're on the draw against the Lava Axe deck. I think we can cut that. Dress seems somewhat appealing. They might also be running some amount of count spells. So these are the two cards I'm interested in adding to the deck. And then Gross again, I think can go. These I like. Encyclopedia a little bit slow, but still want the late game power, I believe. Well, actually I'm not entirely sure, because I think on average our creatures are bigger. We have a couple built-in 2-for-1. We have a Vault. I think we're looking to take over the late game. We're going to be on a draw, I think, unless we flood a lot more. We draw a lot more land than they do, or something like that happen. Though they are playing blue, so they could have sources of card advantage of their own, so it might become grindy. It's hard to tell. I think on draw I'm gonna change that though. And if we see a lot of Divination, Sift, and it seems like their deck, despite being aggressive, has tools to grind, maybe we'll bring back the book for game 3. But when I see Goblin Motivator, Lightning Mare, and Lava Axe, I want to prioritize not dying, especially on the draw. Yeah, as much as I was fine keeping the other one we kept, I'm a little bit less happy with this one. We don't have the Sky Scanner, so we don't have a creature we can cast if we draw any land. If we don't draw a green, it's kind of clunky. And now we know we're playing against an aggressive deck. It's pretty close though, because obviously a green unlocks pretty much everything. We have 9 green sources we can draw into. He draws. Again, I could see keeping, though it's really borderline. That's better. I think we keep the land on top, even though green would be a little more, a bit nicer. We're just entering the opponent. Usually don't look too much at the chat. So if you ever battle me and message me, I take a quick look every match, I feel like, or I try to, but sometimes I just kind of forget. Especially if I'm recording or streaming and, have talking, have things to kind of drags my attention, I guess you can say. That's something you can say? I hope so. Ooh, we need to kill that ASAP. If we get stuck on 3 and we don't get to strength spore that thing, things are gonna go south very quick. I imagine they have Sure Strike. No? Wow. They just... okay. I'm like... it's interesting because if they have Essence Scatter or any count spell, but if they had a count spell, they would probably not have traded their Gutter Snipe. I think I'll play Greenwood Sentinel. It's a little bit better if they have again a counter spell, and if they go random creature attack, I kind of like blocking plus entrance, unless it's a 3/3 dragon, which we can strength spore, so that would not be too bad. Maybe I was just better off playing. I'm not sure how much value there is to holding engine. We're just 3 card left. We're at 18. We have a way to gain 3. And this is looking decent so far, but depends a lot on what they play. They have a little bit of power in the air. Game is relatively even so far. We've drawn 4 lands, they've drawn 5, so decent amount of action for both players. I think we just won't play Courser. The 5th land, while being helpful, is not super necessary right now, and I like adding more power to the ground so we can pressure the opponent. Yikes. Now I guess the 5th land is really important. 5th land really became important. We hit it, luckily. Yeah, I'm supposed to attack first. I don't really love trading that for motivator. I could maybe. I should have attack first, then they don't block, and it's way simpler for me. But since I'm tapped out, they could go for double block, but slight misplay here. We lost 2 damage, I think, for just me being a little bit impatient and happy that I drew my 5th land. If they have more dragons, we're probably not gonna win. That is fine. To me, this indicates they could have a lava axe because they seem to value getting 2 damage more than killing a better creature. So I guess Vigilance was annoying for them. I mean, this card's ability is not so relevant most of the time, but here it was. So maybe that's the two. Getting that, putting average creature on bottom. I mean, that was like 4 solid spells we were not throwing, except for the Ghoul, which is maybe a limited. Ooh. I have to take. That's interesting because I mean this thing dies, right? Blocking means we're out of lava axe range. Blocking with center, right? We only take 5 down to 7. The problem with that choice is we're out of lava axe range for 2 turns, but they put us down to 6 with the top turn next turn is away. And if we lose a Courser, we don't have the tools to raise them. So I think we still end up losing to lava axe. I think we're supposed to take it. Even though I have like, I'm almost 70% sure they have lava axe given how they played this game. And here, obviously, if they have a good haste creature plus a reroll, we die, but I think. Yeah, this jump block makes it 99% sure they have lava axe. But again, the problem if we block, we don't have enough pressure to kill them before they just get the 2 extra damage with top turn and kill us with lava. You got us. Alright, yeah, their deck seems like we should beat it in the long run. Maybe we won't Highland game here. I kind of overlooked that thing. Maybe it's better than Sentinel as a nerd. We're gonna go like that. I'm not sure if I love it. We can also get pretty aggressive on the play, maybe. They had a decent draw while we had. Can't complain about our draw, but it was not super fast. They were on the play, and we were put in a situation where we're dead to lava axe, and we had no room to play around it really. So Yeah, I think this is what happened last game. I don't think there's much that could have been done different. Again, blocking Helion means you get more time, but more time with less pressure means probably still end up losing, so. Yikes, the opener was good, but drawing, I think, what, 3 forests in a row? Starting to be a little bit worried here, especially since their draw is kind of insane. This is, I think, the best thing they can cast on turn 2 and the best thing they can cast on turn 3. Like they have the Electrify, so we're going down to 13. Definitely trading here if they offer to trade. Trade of my life. We need to draw action. Yeah. T4S plus 2 mana druids that are completely irrelevant now. This is a game where we could get outvalued because identity of land, I guess. We've been trading up a lot though. Our kind of medium creature won that drew a card against their really strong goblins. But yeah, 4 land here. Oh yay. I mean, Field Creeper is not something I care about. What I care about though is I think they're gonna outvalue us here because it could be a crude bit slot. I mean, I guess we won round 1. Like, it's only fair if we get beaten like that now. We really don't want to give them dragon here, so we can't attack on the ground. We're continue to draw lands. Ugh. God. These are all the spells I want to draw. I mean, maybe not the Courser, but Caress and Waltz. Putting that on the bottom of library is rough. As rough as it gets. Now we can maybe top deck Sovereign. That would go a long way. But yikes. This is looking green. Looking more than green now, probably unwinnable. Alright, well. Unfortunate, but I don't think we had ways to beat their draw game 2 and 3 with the draw we had. Basically, things did not work out. We have one more draw step to find, I think, exactly Sovereign, or we're dead. Now even Sovereign doesn't do it. Alright, GG, that was unfortunate, but nothing could have done differently after 2 and 3. Hope you enjoyed the whole draft and the games, and thank you for watching. Again, you can head to my Twitch page if you want to see more content. Thanks for watching, and see you soon for more draft, hopefully.